Welcome to everything you need to know about data and the fundamentals of customer experience. In this short taxi journey today, we're going to be talking about activating data in the new data economy. Now that's quite a grandiose title, so what do we mean by it? And let's start with this new data economy. What we mean by that is there's more data than ever before, and it's coming at us from an increasingly rich and varied range of sources. And then activating the data. How do you identify the data you need? How do you harness it and put it to use in privacy compliant and commercially attractive ways? Now, data itself comes in three primary forms, best known of which are first and third party. Let's take a look. First party data is your data, and it's incredibly powerful and important. It's transactional and behavioral data that's collected across all of your touch points. Now, third party data is data collected and curated both online and offline by companies, not for their own use, but to provide to other companies, in particular brands. Third-party data typically includes lifestyle, demographic and behavioral data that really can help turn a black and white, one-dimensional image into something far more 3D and full colour that can provide the context and relevance to drive a far better customer experience. A lot has changed in the last 10-15 years when it comes to third-party data, but it's still very relevant and powerful today. The relative newcomer to this is second-party data. What does that really mean? Well, second-party data is another brand using your first-party data, combining the data to deliver smarter insights and a better customer experience. And all these changes, not only in second but also third-party data, represent this new data economy at its best. Brands and organizations increasingly realizing the power and potential of their data to deliver improved marketing for others. But it requires an open system to do this, one that can deliver recognition, enhancement, validation, governance, billing, packaging, distribution, and so much more. So how do you turn your first-party data into second-party data? How might a manufacturer of serious outdoor wear make its data available to a manufacturer of serious off-road vehicles? Well, there's one way that we're seeing increasingly used, and that's through what we call safe haven technology. That's when two brands or more can pool together their data in de-identified, privacy-safe ways into something you might think was a black box. But it's a trusted third party that allows each brand to benefit from the combined insights of their data without ever having access or seeing each other's data. Let me give you an example. A major financial services company working with another brand and a premium publisher achieved exactly the same acquisition results by targeting just 1/8 of the audience. That means the marketing was so much more relevant, and it was better for those who wanted the offer and better for those who didn't even want to see the ad in the first place. The new data economy really is changing the way brands have to think and act today. An automotive client of ours told us, on average, 15 to 20 years ago, the number of times someone would visit a showroom before they purchased was about 6. And that today, that's down to about 1.6. Now, when people visit dealerships, they give off signals, and it's intent data. When you ask, does it come in this colour? How much will you give you for my car? What are the credit terms? This is intent data, and it's very powerful. So do brands simply throw their hands in the air and say, we'll take our chances when the customer walks in off the street? Or do they reach out into the digital ecosystem and identify the data that the customer is generating on their customer journey and try and influence them to deliver a better customer experience? Well, of course it's the latter. It's very difficult, but it's also very possible. When humanizing data, it's important to beware the risk of false positives. Take that classic example of when someone buys a gift for a 2-month-old niece or nephew and then receives a constant stream of similar offers. Even though the data exists to suggest that they have grown-up children, that this is an ad hoc purchase at best, and there are probably far more relevant offers. Unfortunately, and recently, a colleague of mine proved that this bad example is still alive and well today. The data is there to tell the story. The challenge is harnessing it in privacy compliant ways. And I hope you'll join us next time when we talk about how we do that with the new single customer view. Thanks for watching. A client, one of Europe's largest retailers, has told us that if they can take a potential customer and move them from the anonymous to the known state, they can increase the return on investment by as much as 800% for their top segments. That's a huge result.